So before this video starts, I'd just like to thank you guys because I woke up today to find out that I was voted as 2K YouTuber of the Month, which is mad, considering the fact that I won and there were people in the competition that had over 50,000 subscribers. So thanks to everyone that voted for me, and if we could hit 300 likes on this video, that would be insane. So anyway, now let's get on to the video. What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 budget cards that you probably haven't used. I'm going to have a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, well, a small forward that can play power forward, and a center. While some of you probably have used these players, I've come up against them not often at all. It's been very rare. And I think I may have come up against these players maybe twice, 3 times max. But from using them, while they're not players that you're gonna be stars of your team in the Ruby or above leagues, they are solid players that you can have in the rotation on your bench, and they're all really cheap and they're kind of overlooked. There's the obvious players that I've gone through before, like the Jason Richardson, things like that. I've made so many videos about budget players and the ones that are obviously good, but these are cards that I may have made videos about. Some of them, they may have been in some of my videos, but they're just cards that I don't see people using game, which means that most people may not know that these are good players. At the point guard, we've got a Ruby, and it's Elfrid Payton. So Elfrid Payton is about 2.6k MT, and this is the most expensive he will ever be. Like, he's not going to get any more expensive than this. And whenever a good moments card comes out, he will go down to about 1900. He's 6'4", meaning that he's tall for a point guard. Offensive overall 91, really good. Doesn't come with any badges, which is a little bit annoying, but has a really good driving layup. His mid-range shot is decent, his 3-point shot is okay, good free throw, really good ball control, really good passing, one of the better passing point guards I've used. His rebounding is insane, 86 offensive, 82 defensive rebound. He gets a ton of rebounds from the point guard position. His defense is alright, like, it probably should be a little bit higher, but I'm not the one who made the ratings. 81 on-ball defense is okay, decent lateral quickness, and it's just a all-around decent card, and he's really cheap. Like, there's nothing he can't do. He can go to the basket, he plays defense, he passes really well, he shoots relatively well. It's just a really consistent card. While not an outstanding card, it's just been really solid for me. That's why he's in there, because to be honest, he just seems to play better for me than a lot of point guards with better stats, and he's just a solid overall player. So Elfrid Payton actually only has one hotspot, which is right around the basket, which is actually good for when he's going in to the basket. He's a good driver, he doesn't get many dunks, but he does have okay layup animations, doesn't seem to get blocked too much, does have a lot of cold zones, and has quite a weird jump shot release. But it's one of the ones when you get used to it, it's a really easy release, and while it's quite hard to hit greens with him, it's very hard to completely mistime it, because he kind of has a pause on a shot, which is when you release it. While I haven't hit many greens here, it is relatively easy to hit them with him, especially on the move, which helps a lot. If a player can hit shots on the move, they're a lot better than a player that can only hit shots while they're standing. So this card, while nothing spectacular, if you only have 2k MT, you want a point guard, you might as well try this card out. It's the cheapest Ruby moment by a mile, and is one of the better cards I've used. At the 2, we have got another Ruby, and it is Doug Christie. So Doug Christie is about 2k MT, and I've seen him up for as low as 1500 MT. This card is really solid as well. Not an exceptional player, which is why a lot of people probably haven't used him. He's got some really nice badges: gold corner specialist, gold one-man fast break, gold catch and shoot, gold charge card, and gold defensive stopper. One of the better 3-and-D guys you can have. His silver badges are good as well: deep range, deadeye, pickpocket, and he also has bronze dimer. He's not going to be great at going to the basket, but he's got a really nice mid-range shot, and also a really nice 3-point shot with a nice release. Free throw is good enough, ball control is good, and his passing is really good, meaning that he can be used at the point guard if you're stuck, and is a good secondary ball handler to use if your point guard is being guarded by someone who's just going to strip the ball off him all the time, which tends to happen a lot. An okay rebounder, good lateral quickness of 88, and on-ball defense of 88, making him a very solid 3-and-D guy. Okay driving dunk of 75, okay speed and acceleration, and another card that's not going to blow you away stats wise, but is going to be a really solid player, has been really good any time I've used him, and is great for me just having him on the bench or using him as one of your last few players to come on, maybe hit a 3, play a little bit of defense. Just a good player for 2000 MT that not a lot of people use. Doug Christie has a lot of hot zones and no cold zones. His release is actually really nice. I wasn't a fan of it at the start, but once I get used to it, it was a release that I really liked using. One of the only things I noticed is that even though he is easy to green it with, a lot of times he will miss if you don't green it. Like here, I haven't greened in a while, he's missed a couple of shots. His dunk is okay, like very simple dunk animations, but a decent rating of 75 means that when he goes to the basket, he's not going to jam it on people, but he's not going to get blocked often, and he's not going to miss like a lot of people that just take layups do. He's got hot zones in some really important spots, is a great catch and shoot guy and a really nice defender. While not going to be the focal point of your team, no matter what the budget is a great kind of role player to have and can be used as a 3-and-D guy for a team of any level. At the 3, we have got a player that I haven't seen used in a long time, and it's John Havlicek. Havlicek's price has gone up and he's about 4.5k MT right now because of how rare he is. But Havlicek's stats are still very average. Let's be honest, they are. He comes with 7 goal badges, which is good. Some really nice ones, such as catch and shoot, acrobat, and relentless finisher, which helps him when he's going to the basket. Bruiser is actually a great badge in my opinion, because if you use it on like a point guard or someone who's guarding the other team's primary ball handler, they're gonna really struggle. So stats wise, nothing special. Decent driving layup, decent shot mid, okay shot 3, decent free throw, not great ball control or passing. He's quite fast, but not particularly fast. Not a great driving dunk, but this card's stats are not what makes this card. I've made a video on him. I will leave a link to that in the description. A video on just why Havlicek is a beast, but he's just plays so much better in his stats. His release is nice. He finishes really well at the basket. And if you don't believe me, just watch that video. He's been one of my favorite cards to use in 2K17. So I've already made a video about John Havlicek. He's got hot zones from everywhere inside the 3-point line. And while his stats are nothing incredible, it's his release that makes this card one of the better shooters in the game. John Havlicek's release is money. Whether it's online, offline, it is absolutely money. He's got a catch, he's going to hit so many shots. When he's open, he's going to green more often than not. I actually haven't hit a green in a while, so I kind of have to start now, but it doesn't even matter. Even though he hasn't greened any yet, he's still hit every single shot so far as I know, in this freestyle. That's another shot. At the 4, we have actually got a 3, and it is, where is he? Jerome Kersey. Jerome Kersey is about 3.9k MT, a lot more expensive than he was when he first came out in packs. But a lot of people might be thinking, oh, he's only 6'7", so he can't really play as power forward. He's got some nice badges. Lob City Finisher Gold is a really good badge. Gold Post Riser, Gold Putback King really helps. Defensive Stopper is a great badge to have. And if you look at his stats, while he doesn't have a great post hook or post fadeaway, good driving layup, good open shot mid, okay open shot 3, he can hit them when he's open with 74, not going to hit them too often, decent free throw. His rebounding is solid, 80 defensive, 74 offensive, and he's got a really high vertical, meaning he gets a lot of them. He's a really good defender with 88 lateral quickness, 88 on-ball defensive IQ, and even though he does only have 64 low post defensive IQ, I think he does just fine at the 4 position. I wouldn't really use him as a 3 because 74 speed with ball kind of kills him, but at the 4 he works really well offensively. While he's not going to be the best defensive 4, I don't know why, he just feels bigger than 607, and while I've struggled with him at the 3, he does really well playing power forward for me. Jerome Kersey is a 3, but I think he plays best at the 4 because he's not incredibly fast with the ball and he rebounds well. His jump shot is alright. Like nothing special, but not awful. He's going to hit 3s if he's open. He's not going to hit them contested. He's not really going to hit them off the dribble. His mid-range shot is quite good. I was actually using this guy a lot when Josh Smith was kind of one of the better players in the game, and I actually preferred to use Kersey. I haven't used him much recently, but I've started using him again, and he's actually been a beast. His jump shot is okay from 3 and okay from mid, but his dunk animations are some of the best in the game. He's really quick for some reason. He can blow by people, especially when he's playing the power forward, and he just jams on everyone. Some of the nicest dunk animations, really good at catching lobs, and is just a great slasher. And at the 5, we have got Sapphire Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is about 3k MT, but he was actually down as low as like 1400 coins when the Adidas packs were out. He's a lot rarer now, but there is a ruby that's not too expensive, which I'd probably buy over it, even though there's not that much of a difference. He's got a really good standing layup, really good post hook and post fadeaway. 93 post control means he's going to get a lot of scores in there. He's got a really nice open shot made of 90, a really nice open shot 3 of 88 with an 85 contested shot 3, meaning he's going to hit a lot of them. Good free throw, meaning he's not a liability to put on at the end of the game. So this is where the card actually becomes a much better card than, say, his Emerald. Well, it's nothing spectacular, but if you look at the Adidas squad builder, the first time I used this card a couple of weeks ago, it was actually really good. He got a ton of rebounds, and he gets a ton of offensive and defensive rebounds. 93 block is insane. Really good stat. And he's also got low post defensive IQ of 88. So he's got a 93 block with 88 low post defensive IQ. So he's one of the better defending post players in the game. He's an 85 standing dunk. He's got 35 speed, which isn't great, to be honest. Really not good. But if you're using him as a stretch 5 who can get rebounds, bang inside, hit jump shots, post hooks, post fadeaways, and rebound, he's just a really good center to have. So Brook Lopez is a really good card. While I showed you with the stats that his defensive and rebounding are actually really good, which is weird considering Brook Lopez is a terrible defender and rebounder, his offense is always really good. This year he got a 3-point shot in his game, and while his release is kind of tricky to get the hang of, which is weird because he has what should be a nicer release than most centers because it's really quick, I just found it really hard to get a hang of, and I struggled to get green releases with it. He can still hit so many shots from 3. His mid-range shot is still money, just like Brook Lopez's shot is every year. His post game is really nice. He's got a really nice post hook and also a really nice post fadeaway. So if he gets it inside, he can go to them and hit an awful lot of them. I've seen a lot of people use different versions of Jokic, different versions of Marc Gasol, Joel Embiid, but in my opinion, like, you can use any of them. They're all great cards, but Brook Lopez is as good, if not better, than all the others. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, these are 5 of the better cards that not a lot of people use. They're 5 really good sleeper cards you can pick up on NBA 2K17, and they're all under 5k MT. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.